Hello, everybody, and welcome to the South Park Bonus Story Weekly Update for Week 35, Year 3 on this South Park Bonus Story experience, although technically Year 4. This is just Year 3 of Team Wars. Welcome in, everybody. How's everybody doing? Sleight of Hand is here. Known, welcome in. Stu the Lion, also affectionately known as Stuthelion. Welcome in. Known, welcome back. Black Star as well. Tattooed, Casey and Bilbo, welcome in. Red Viking, Jammin' T, welcome back. Capium, we still gonna see you around even though you don't play anymore. Savage, what's up, buddy? Cheerios, welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, and Nutty Psycho, welcome back. Welcome back. Good to actually hear from you. So we're gonna do things a little differently today. Partially because I didn't prepare at all. I haven't even opened South Park at all. If I open South Park right now, it would be, I could open all of my Team Wars packs. I haven't even fucking opened them yet. I might do that later, I don't know. But we're gonna do the update. We're gonna skip last week's except for the games. We're not gonna worry about scores or anything like that, who cares? We're just gonna watch my games, and then we're gonna skip the deck for next week because it's already so late into Tuesday. It's not going to matter what we're talking about the deck, right? So we're going to skip that, and then we're going to go right to the dev update and the forums, and might be a pretty short stream. Might be short and sweet. Maybe you guys will convince me to play South Park afterwards, but we'll see. But let's get into it. Let's check out my last games, or my games from last week. End of season pack 2. Oh yeah, maybe we could just open all those on our accounts. That'll be what we do. All right. So Moody holding his own on TMI. Moody hanging out at 8,300. Not bad for our 5th ultimate. What's that? I got like a fuzzy. Where'd it go? Oh, it's gone. Dreaded Martyr, not Marty. Speaking of Marty, how about that Rick and Morty finale, eh? Don't spoil it for anybody. Including me, I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna watch them all in one sitting. Then it's like a big fucking movie. So Goth Kids this week, possibly the right choice. I mean, more people didn't have Goth Kids than did have Goth Kids, I think. But, I mean, obviously you could just run Michael and Pete, I think, and not Henrietta, and it's actually pretty good. So that might be what some teams had done. It's hard to know if they're full goth or not, right? They might just not have had Henrietta yet. So Inkin this week was kind of the most important part about breaking the slave. There were other ways to do it with, a well-timed rat or well-timed Timmy Blast or I don't know why I'm farting. Oh, because he left. Or a well-timed what was the assassin? Chaos, was it? Whichever one. But the most consistent way to do it would be hitting them with the Inkin and then breaking the half, because there's almost inevitably going to be somebody else there with them. So if you break the half with the slave, it almost makes him worthless to break him. If you break his heel right away, it it's not very good. Not very good. All right, we got K610D. I don't know what that means. KD, I don't know. Maybe this guy's 610 pounds and his name's Kyle Davidson. All right. Man Bear Pig this week was pretty brutal if you got him out. And the Stan the Great was best paired with the Slave because when he puts the 1 or 2 cards out that can actually break Slave's damage, then you have the Stan the Great there to help out. Ooh, we're gonna see what we can do with some critters. Ooh, pure. I'm pretty sure it was leaving. Yeah, it was already gone. The debuff was already gone, and then he purified it. Wow. Wow. Uh-oh. See, I was thinking what if I play rats, I get frozen, but then the rats get away before my ability goes off, and then I like accidentally steal the slave. Rip. MVP5 without no removal or DSR is instant game over. No shit, dude. Unless you have your own to stop him at your new kid. Watch this clever play here. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's watch that again. Beautiful timing. And I didn't even practice. All right, Moody. Show me what you got. Munchie Madness. And these are all gold matchups. Moody got some pretty favorable matchups this week. Although I feel like I could have beaten even somebody with a better deck. Or a better level deck. Because I was fucking killing it this week. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Oh. Nice. See, honestly, you should save that. He played his Garrison bad. It pushed his Timmy into me. But you should really save the Timmy for trying to break the slave heal. That's kind of important. See, now I wait. I pull down the Inkin because I know how important it is to use the Inkin for the heal. I'm even saving the Michael to, or not the Michael, the Timmy to possibly do it. But I'm waiting for something like the rats. Like there's a lot of stuff you can do. That just having the Timmy out there kind of prevents. Oh, so these. So like I was saying, Inkin for the slave, kind of ideal. So he's got nothing to break my slave right here. So my slave's just gonna kill it. Inkin behind the man bear pig is just asking for just incredible DPS. And he's just got nothing to break my slave. So my slave is just sitting here taking shots. Then you put another 4 cost out. Like this is why removal is bullshit. Because like, why would I not win? If like right here, why would I not be the winner? Like, oh, he can wait a bar, play cock magic, stop me with Labard, and then win or something like that. Like, all right, how much did I actually like stop that stun at all? I farted on him. Oh, that was actually pretty good. That was actually pretty good. It's funny though, because I was using the Purify to just get the poison off of him, and it ended up stopping the stun too. That was just kind of lucky. Funny. All right, good game, Moody. Moody got that 114. The main account, jumping straight to the main account. We got Cameron Earl G. Witch behind New Kid was a pretty decent start. Definitely didn't have another option. I mean, some people would Purify and cycle, but there was enough actual Purify opportunities. I mean, even if it was just purifying the Witch slow, there was enough options. What's up, Pyro? There was enough options where you didn't really have to waste it. You could get the value from it. So here's just a nice push behind the tank. At that point, by the time he puts somebody dangerous out, Stan the Great's going to have his back, so I wasn't really worried about that. And also, just get that Timmy damage out as soon as you can. All right, the Inkin level 1, not very effective. Oh no, Gold League is fucking trash. Now we're going to troll with that fucking woodland critters, baby. Let's woodland the critters out of this shit. Wait, what? I'd love to be able to pull. What if it had added a bonus where it pulled the lowest health ally? You know what I mean? So like you could try to pick and choose a little better. Oh, that disrespectful Starvin' Marvin. The disrespectful Starvin' Marvin. Oh shit, he's gonna get him. Oh, he missed. He missed the Starvin' Marvin with the chaos. Whoops. All right, we got Consume. Consume me. Don't mind if I do. Those are rabbit ears. Looks like Zoe Deschanel from New Girl. All right, not a bad start. Main Bear Pig. I kind of got to hope for my Main Bear Pig soon. Or like a tank, that works too. Now, don't put him too close to the Timmy, but I figured I'd get away. But his new aggro was a little different than I thought it would be. But he isn't actually hitting him. Like, that was weird. Did you see, like, Timmy was kind of getting knocked back? I don't know, that was strange. But it's only level 3 Man Bear Pig, so we definitely can't break the slave heal. So we can just kind of sit here and wait. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. So, just wait. Just wait it out. Just wait it out. There you go. Play those rats. Oh, he played his rats. Not bad. All I wanted to do was force him to play some cards. Wait for it. Starving Marvin, do it. Do it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, nailed him. Satan now doing no damage against that Starving Marvin. Starving Marvin protected by the freeze ray. Starving Marvin. Oh, misses. But it doesn't really matter. Incan Craig takes it, so he might as well have taken the bar. Now we play our chaos against his chaos. His chaos will not break the slave heal, just like I was saying. There's only a few cards that can break the slave heal, so if you can counter them really well, then your slave's going to be alive for a very long time, including past New Kid. Even a level 14 New Kid does not break the slave heal unless it's very close to almost done. So we smoke him with the Chaos and the Witch, and we start a farting. We start a farting. The Purify was as if I had Super Fart. I'm such a prick. Berry Cake 12. I thought that guy actually left as well, so... Marvin Inquisition. Yeah, dude, that Marvin freeze ray, that was sick. I was hoping to get a sick Marvin playoff this week. Florida man, what's up, buddy? Pyro Slasher, Nutty, Sleight of Hand. How's everybody doing? Glad you guys are here so soon. Like I said, we're doing an abridged version of the update. We're just doing the games from last week. We're skipping the deck choices because it's already so late Tuesday. We're going right to the forum. We'll talk about the new card. Maybe we'll rehash the update or the balance changes. And we aren't getting the balance changes today. They're supposed to come today. Whoa! Whoa, lag time. Did you guys see that? Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Don't watch me. Watch the screen. I know I'm pretty. I know I'm pretty. But watch the screen. Weaker men would have disconnected there. But as I was saying, it's an abridged version of the update. Poor guy. I don't know if he disconnected, but my Timmy is just like out for the count back there. I love how Timmy just got fucked. I played Marvin a little soon. Fuck that. Maybe he just sees free to play and leaves right away. Then I lose. Yep, just started. 25 minutes in only. We didn't play any South Park before this. We'll open all the accounts and open packs, and then that'll be it. We'll do like some games on guessing what each legend is. Man Bear Pig behind New Kid to counter the Slave. Although Man Bear Pig is quite fast now. That little hitch he gets from behind New Kid saves him a little bit. I played that not for the damage, but to have Timmy stop for a while, hoping that I could get something to maybe play in front of him. But Timmy luckily started hitting Slave, so it did stop him a little bit. Now we're using the Chaos to break the Slave heal, like I was saying. There's only a certain amount. We did get it. No, we didn't get it. We did get it. Okay, we did get it. I was like, I don't know if we did or not. So that ended up working out. Got Stan the Great, V Stan the Great. But now we will also have our slow. And our Timmy's still alive, but no, Stan the Great takes him out. But we get one last Stan the Great before Stan the Great kicks the bucket. But he gets another Stan the Great out. So this is just a push back and forth. Stan the Great keeping everything alive, but my push survived. Whether that was levels or just tactical ingenuity, who knows? But that Timmy going down to that big Man Bear Pig. And Satan getting fucked. New Kid not being able to deal with that Man Bear Pig. And Man Bear Pig just stomping the competition. I really thought Man Bear Pig was going to die. So otherwise I would have waited on the... Drop the Slave. Now we got that freeze for the... I mean, Incan. But I think we could freeze him. Oh, nice shot. I froze. I froze after he super farted. But now the rats aren't going to get stopped, so. Nicely done. Nicely done. That was fun. I forgot super fart was a card, honestly. DJ Bill H. 7962. Still not an 8K. But guys at 7,900 could be sleepers with great accounts, so you never know. Level 5 Witch is good to see, although still very adequate to win a match with. Not if all your cards are level 5 though. That's gonna be a big difference. I just got my Stand the Great to level 7 on this account. No wait, no I didn't. Not this account. The other account, I think. Alright, make sure you time it so the chaos would be after the Stand the Great, not before it, if you were gonna play it there. But I didn't feel like I had to. So we had my Stand the Great out there as well. And we could just purify. If he hits, that's why you don't want to hit, like in this week, you wouldn't want to hit the Stand the Great and the Witch at the exact same time. You would want to wait because then they could purify them both. You'll see me, I always stagger it. Like I played Stand the Great there and then you play the Witch because then he's going to be slow while the attack goes off, right? That's much better than being slowed with the attack buff. What the fuck's the point of that? You wasted it, right? So you always kind of time your CC. So here I do it just because like everybody's almost dead. So like I do need it to be as like negative damage as possible. But in most situations, you do want to stagger it like I did at the beginning there. Check your messages! SPPD lost its integrity. This is kind of funny because I mean you'd have to think they're talking about us, right? Level 4 slave though, which is a bit of an advantage, but this account doesn't really have like level 5 legend advantage or level 7 common advantage. Usually I have level 5 epic advantage. There's not a lot of epics I don't have leveled. That was just to deal with the rats a little bit. Hopefully break the slave heal, but you never know. See, I'm staggering it a bit, waiting for it. I could have staggered it a little bit better there, but that was still pretty good. Just getting slaves heal there and then protecting the Incan a little bit more. Not really that susceptible to the Satan right here because if he Satans me right now, it doesn't break the slave heal. That's another card that could break the slave heal is the Satan. So if he doesn't break the slave heal, if it's a lower level Satan, it might not even kill Incan, and then it's gonna not, you know, we're just gonna wipe Satan off the map, right? What up, Jimmy? It's Tuesday, dummy. Perfectly timed rats there coming out right when the barb blew up. The Incan able to stop there, so that was pretty good. We're gonna freeze him just to let me get a little bit closer. So Incan gonna get within range to damage him. Now I'm not worried about Starvin' Marvin getting hit here because the cocks are protecting us. Although the pirate ship Timmy took it down. What up, Red Viking? What up, Jimmy James? Welcome in, guys. We're doing an abridged update, just the games, just the update, dev update. We're gonna see how many people are bitching about how strong Superheroes is. Just watching a douchebag on Twitch. Oh, cool. I thought Tim the Tatman was on YouTube now. Or Facebook Gaming. I don't remember. Nice Timmy knocking boat. No, not hitting the Furkle. I really thought we would hit the Furkle there. Protect the critters. Nicely done. Tim the Tatman? Oh, no way, dude. He just switched to YouTube, bro. Get with the times, bitch. Get with the times. Eat that fucking sizzles. Eat that fucking... I think I'm gonna just play Starvin' Marvin and then just kill him immediately. I can't remember. I wish people would keep playing me. Yeah, give me that Timmy. Although Timmy could have already been attacking him once or twice. I should have hit him with the freeze ray and then purified him immediately. Got to swing some kettlebells around. Oh, nice. Oh, in the garage, nice. Do you have like Joe Rogan gorilla kettlebells? I don't really like the tank in the corner because like if I just play mid, you have to play a card to stop me, right? So I don't have to really play a card to stop Witch necessarily because like my Witch is gonna go for him, right? So if I would have just played like an assassin on the bottom side, he would have had to have played another card, and that's such a mistake. So you always, if you're gonna lead a tank or something with high cost or slow or whatever, the only thing you put in the corner is a range card to protect it from like inking and stuff like that. Keep it away from the fight. A tank you gotta put behind New Kid. It's extra slow because of the little hitch you get in New Kid. That was a good chaos there. Gotta use my Timmy before I die though, but I didn't die, so we're safe. Chaos 3, not a threat to break the slave heal in any way. Don't hit the car, bud. Oh, yep, Starvin' Marvin coming out. A little bit slower than Slave, a little bit faster than Slave. The Incan coming out would have dealt with the Starvin' Marvin fairly decently, but Starvin' Marvin actually acts as a human meat shield. Although he doesn't have a lot of meat on his bones, it was just enough to get Slave right next to Monkey Dung's dungy bunghole. And then we freeze ray the shit out of this bitch, and Slave takes us home. And then you purify. Did his super fart just not work right there? And then I started farting on him. I didn't want that on the record, so I quit. I stopped recording, and then I farted on him hardcore. All right, we got Sergeant Hardcock from Mercenaries, 86-26 versus 86-79. The game of the evening. Timmy in the corner was a great start, but just like I was saying, if you play something in the corner, you got to play something in the middle to deal with it. So the Witch comes out, which isn't that big of a deal, but the Timmy is a little bit quicker than he used to be, but he is still not faster than the Witch. So the Witch is going to stay on the top side, and we can play Timmy's ability as soon as we get it to slow him down a bit as well. We're going to play that Witch. Honestly, I didn't want that Witch to hit the Slave. I wanted it to hit nothing because I wanted Slave to keep walking his normal speed towards me, but, you know, it is what it is. Still worked out for me. So now we got my Slave. Get that Stand the Great out. Nicely done. Witch on everybody. Could have staggered that a little bit better, but Witch was already kind of low health, so I didn't want to risk losing it to like an Incan or something like that. Incan does take out the Stand the Great, so that was a good Incan on his part. We're going to go ahead and get rid of his Slave heal, and look at this. Our Slave is still rocking it. The Incan not able to get that final hit off. The Incan really the only target. I'm just watching the Slave thinking, like, is this going to happen? I was waiting for him to use the Stand the Great before I played the rats. So our rats come through, deal with a bunch. Incan's dealing with a bunch. Slave Cock's dealing with a bunch. All right, this feels pretty good. We're in pretty good shape. His stuff will walk right into us with 10 energy, and our Man Bear Pig will, as you say in the pros, fuck him in the butt. All right, Man Bear Pig gonna sit here for a while, slowing me just fine. Make me walk slower. I like it. Keep me away from your ass. And we put the woodland critters out. Nice. Sacrifice that Man Bear Pig to Satan. Imagine if there was no max and I could just eat my fucking Man Bear Pig here. This was a big mistake on his part, playing Man Bear Pig into me. I mean, just terrible. Like, that one singular play lost him the game. Also, that terrible fucking freeze ray. Like, that one play lost him the game. That's all it took. Was that one. I should have waited a fraction of a moment to play the Stand the Great so that I could have actually killed Man Bear Pig, but I was worried that Man Bear Pig might have been a little bit further away than Timmy was. Now the combination there of Timmy and Incan was pretty good, but if you'll watch there, I eat the Stand the Great right before the Timmy Blast might have killed him, and so we have, wait a second. I get 100. I got oh no, I took Witch. The Witch that I had just played, but that's all right. Because he had just gotten hit by Timmy too. But that's all right, because now we got a plus 113 stacked as fuck range. And then Timmy taken out, just like fully taken out that, honestly, if Stan the Great would have actually had as much health as he had, like, I thought Stan the Great had no health there, but he had actually taken a lot more damage. I definitely wouldn't have used the freeze ray there. Would have waited for the freeze ray, like, right here. So we could have beaten the shit out of him. But this is pretty good. He might fart me here, which is decent. But the goal here would be for take the bar and then... No, I was hoping that Starvin' Marvin would get shot back close enough to Critters so Critters could eat the Starvin' Marvin. Pretty good. Pretty good win there. All right, now we have one game on the Adventure Lock, which, you know, basically base levels. We got Man Bear Pig level 3, Inkin 3, Starvin' Marvin 3, Professor Chaos 2, Freeze Ray 4. We'll see what happens. I didn't see very many Goths, honestly. Out of 15 games, I saw maybe like 3 of them had Goths, I think. Like full Goths. There was a couple that had like just Pete or just Michael. We saw a lot. I saw some Michael and Pete, but mostly it was just Michael. I only think I saw full Goth in like 2 decks. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that slow play was. That guy tried that in practice and he beat some dipshit on his team and he thought that was like the greatest thing ever. So a good play here is to just eat the rat. It's a pretty actually decent boost because you get no debuff from it. You take the rat's full health and attack. So it's a pretty nice little boost. So you can see the level 3 doesn't do much. So we we ate the witch because she's level 2, right? Or he's level 2, right? So once I put the fucking freeze out there, I was like, I don't give a shit about him. Get 632 health on the critters. Like, beautiful. Beautiful. Who cares about witch's health? And then a huge hit. And then hopefully the Inkin can take it home. No, we're going to use the slave level 2. Oh, I love it. Oh, man. Hilarious. Oh, and then I one-shot the Timmy. Watch me just murk the Timmy here. Just like, oh, hey, buddy, game's over. Game's over. Dude, game's over. Critters eating the base level witch and slave. And then the thing about the slave is that when you eat the slave, you get 3 cocks to protect you after that too. So that's pretty fucking good. What's up, Reaper? That's pretty fucking good. That was really fun. That was a blast. All right, so like I said, we're going to skip the deck this week because it's already so late into Tuesday. Even if I change somebody's mind about something, it's not going to matter. So we're going to go right into the dev update. If I can find it. All right, here it is. All right, so it looks like a full-on blast. What was I saying? Wait a second. Did I? Oh, no, never mind. I was thinking, did I finish those Henrietta missions? But yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Anyway. Missions all week. Or not missions, but... Well, this one's missions. No, is that missions? What's the Thursday one? Mini token collection event. Okay, so that little symbol means token collection. The little circle thing. Anyway, so Coon mission event Tuesday, Wednesday. So if you need some Coon levels, good one. Ultra speed crew, which means the 4 main people: Stan, Kyle, Kenny, Cartman. They get extra speed boost. Pretty fun. That one's actually pretty. I remember playing that one, and that one's pretty fun. Although the speed boost on Cartman's cards are kind of like bad, except for Cupid, it's kind of good. But like, why would you want a speed boost on Zen or like Osimo or something, right? So it's kind of speed boost on Coon could be good because you get Coon really boosted. So that's not terrible. Anyway, it's Tuesday already, so that's already started. Then Thursday, there's just... So Thursday, play the Thursday mission if you need mats, if you need coins. Otherwise, you can kind of skip that one. Who cares? Just get your pack and go home. I'm not salty. Cool dad shorts. And then Friday, to celebrate new Pope, there's going to be a Pope event, which is pretty funny. Dark Angel Red as well, so we'll see Pope Dar combos for sure. That'll be fun. It'll be fun to see how people play Pope. Hopefully Pope is out and the update is ready to go. The update is not live, and it isn't going to be live overnight. So no more Pope Callgirl. Oh, I'm so happy for that. I mean, you could still technically Pope Callgirl, but it'd be very difficult. And if you happen to do that, then Callgirl's probably not going to pull somebody in. Until there's like a superhero 8-cost card or something like that. Pope is about to be nasty and superhero is about to be nasty. Yeah, that Changeling card's going to be sweet. We're going to talk about that in a bit. Yeah, new Pope Timmy, blah, 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 blah. It's going to be a pretty easy event to build a pretty like solid deck. We'll see more Witch Doctors than we normally do for the easy point. He's not a terrible card if he's boosted. Otherwise, like these 4 cards is like, or these 6 cards is like any deck right now probably has those cards in it. Well, except Bradley, but throw Zen and Friar in there. Pretty solid 8-point deck right there for sure. So that won't take long to finish. And now we got Changeling Red. And she's going to come in a Cheesy Poof event, which is going to start on Friday. And Changeling Red is a fighter with very low range that kills the nearest living ground enemy unit. It's a charge. The charge is in about 4 seconds off the bat, though, so it's very quick. Kills the nearest living ground enemy unit in range, and it's a very small range, so pretty much the only person attacking her. Under a third of their health, and transforms into them. So that kind of protects you slightly from, like, if you're hitting Manbear Pig and you want to transform the Manbear Pig and there's like 2 cocks around them. If the cocks haven't taken any damage, you're gonna steal the Manbear Pig. Which is funny that she's on top of the Manbear Pig and it looks like she's changing into him. That's a sweet card art for sure. But herself, if you want to see some play, check out other YouTube creators. They already have her. Friar Pop's got a good one. Very fucking neat. Probably will just get power binded every time. So like when you play her, you probably want to have Purify, or make Shaman Token or something ready. But if she gets her ability off on a good target, then she's gonna be very brutal. So what she does is she kills the enemy if they're below a third health. And I believe you can't even use the ability until that happens. You can't like accidentally use it. So you could just be sitting there tapping and then it'll immediately use it when you can. And then I believe, yeah, so the newly transformed unit will repeat any war cry the original had, and she will be immune to any negative effects during the transformation. Now that's ambiguous, and I'm not exactly 100% sure if that means for the entirety of the transformation, like the whole time that she's Manbear Pig, she won't be able to get stunned, removed, whatever, or if that means just for that little animation that she does while she's turning into the thing, she can't be, removed or anything like that, or hit by Stan the Great. Like you could technically, if you use it at the right time, you could like avoid a unholy combustion or something like that, right? But if it means like the transformed card is immune to status effects, that's pretty nutty. If you transform into a, hey, what's up, Kirk? Thanks for the sub. You transform into a Manbear Pig and then that Manbear Pig can't be transmogged. Like that'd be pretty fucking nutty. I'm pretty sure that means you can't like, maybe you couldn't stun that card and then like change the target or something. I don't know, but I don't think that means they're always going to be protected, but I'm not sure. But yeah, you can see here if you want the links, Master Owen and Friar, all those ones, link right to it. What I would say the most interesting combinations for this is going to be, obviously an immediate thought to me is a stacked Sizzler who doesn't have a lot of health but is still a huge fucking threat coming at me. That's a really good target. You get a Sizzler on your side, not bad. Even if you don't maybe stun anybody with him, no big deal. Not bad. Don't hate that. Also, you could with this, I believe you can get past the like more than one card at once thing. So you could have like you could play Pope Timmy, pull in Changeling Red against an enemy Pope Timmy that's still alive, take enemy Pope Timmy, play the War Cry, and then Pope Timmy plays somebody else. So you have two Pope Timmys behind whatever Pope Timmy pulled in. Or you could do that with Call Girl potentially if you're running. I mean, obviously you're running superheroes if you're Changeling, so you could pull an enemy Call Girl and then pull another card in. Also, Ninju's a really good one, yeah. Depending on if you have... The thing that I think, though, is that Changeling Red will mostly come out when there's just, like, in the situation where, like, you would deal with that card with one assassin hit or something like that. Like, maybe there's a slave coming at you that has, like, barely any health left. Maybe you let New Kid deal with it. Maybe... Maybe you would just play an assassin or a fighter or something like that. You could play her and steal that unit real quick. And that's kind of the easiest use case in my head. But yeah, just throwing her into the thick of it and just seeing what happens, that could also be pretty fun. I want to see her turn into a cock on accident, a rat on accident, a pigeon. Or a pigeon would be fucking tough. Cocks would probably be the easiest because they have a little bit more health. I'd love to see her turn into a cock. That would be classic. Will it work for Thunderbird or Alien Drone? I do not know. I do not know. You'd assume Tupperware would be immune. You'd assume hamsters would be immune. Although hamsters would be tough to pull it off too as well. Yeah, you get it at the opponent's level. I assume like a Scuzzle-butted unit would be protected maybe, but maybe not. So this could be oh, ground enemy unit. Yeah, so you couldn't take like Kite or Alien Drone or Thunderbird. So yeah, so those ones for sure. But would it take the vacuum? That's still a valid concern. Would it take Energy Staff? That'd be really interesting. She took one cow, got all of them back. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So that means you could do it with one pigeon and get all the pigeons. That'd be kind of interesting. Or one Terrence and Phillip, get them both. So I mean that's pretty decently. But yeah, Power Binder. That's why I was gonna say always bring the. I mean, I could see Hercules getting used on her. I could see Hercules making a comeback if she becomes really meta. But then like, you play Hercules slow ass doesn't get there in time, and then Changeling Reg just turns into Hercules. That's the thing that I'm questioning about. Apparently, when you use this, it will also prevent them from running their Death Wish. So if you steal Leanne, your Leanne isn't just going to get turned into a cock by the enemy Leanne. So this is a huge Leanne counter. This is a huge Bar Brady counter. This is a potentially a huge Mysterion counter, because you could play Changeling Red on a Mysterion that's coming at your new kid. Wouldn't be hard to wait for him to be half health before you do this, or third health before you do this, and steal the Mysterion, prevent the Mysterion's Death Wish, which would take him away from your opponent, but then your Mysterion should act as a normal Mysterion, unless like when you die you turn back into red and then it's red's death. But I don't think so. I assume you would be like having, because you'll have death wishes as well. So yeah, potentially you could have multiple Mysterions, because you could potentially, like, you could do it in a friendly fight with somebody and you could get 3 or 4 Mysterions maybe. Stealing Inuit, yeah, so you won't get killed immediately if you steal the Inuit. Yeah, I don't know, Cheerios. It's possible, yes, but it's possible that it just won't come back right. But yeah, that's a potential huge. If that's true, then once she becomes leveled up and she becomes like the meta, then Mysterion is almost like you can't play Mysterion unless you're running Mystic and then Power Binder, but you can't trust that they're not just gonna purify that and then take your Mysterion, right? So that's fucking tough. Yeah, I need to know if that happens or not. I'm surprised they didn't show that in a video. But I mean, she has her downfalls. You could, Incan snipe her. She doesn't have a whole lot of health. Well, I think Incan wouldn't kill her, but You could potentially kill her with Unholy beforehand. I mean, it's kind of a bad trade, but honestly, I wouldn't hate it if they took Unholy down to fucking 4 cost and then took Lightning Bolt down to 3 cost. That would maybe make some fucking sense based on the amount of damage they do. At level 4, she's got 1200. Okay, that's pretty fucking good then, yeah. So, I mean, there's situations where you might want to, like, let her beat the shit out of one unit and then just take whatever they play next, you know? 202 attack. Yeah, like, the potential you might just want to, like, let her beat somebody up. She'll be usable unlocked, though. For that first use case that I said, where, like, if you have a unit coming at your new kid, let it attack new kid. Like, play your Changeling Red behind your new kid. By the time she walks around to target the thing attacking your new kid, she'll have her charge. So you don't have to really worry about it dying. But then it could be Lightning Bolted, Fireballed. I think it survives Arrow Storm, though. But you're risking an easier removal. But yeah, you could play it at level 1. And then does Adventure Lock get cheesy poofs? I can't remember. The Mysterion thing might be ridiculous. Yeah. I think when she dies, Mysterion will go back to the player who played him. No, I don't think so. I think I definitely don't think that. I think it stops the Death Wish, so like they wouldn't get their Mysterion back. And it's not like a mind control, so like the game wouldn't possibly at that point have anything to like say that Mysterion was that person's Mysterion. Because I think when I saw it, do they even come back gray, or do they even come back gray? I don't think they do, right? Manbear Pig is dead. Yeah, Manbear Pig without Pope. They have to change him somehow. They have to adjust something about him. I mean, if you play to the removal right, you just have to have a couple. Like you have to have Grand Wizard Cardman and Manbear Pig or something like that. You know, you have to have like multiple cards, and then you just have to kind of play around their removal and hopefully play it. It's hard though. Like you're gonna lose most things. Yeah, Mysterion will go back to the hand like when he turns into a snake, right? Yeah, they come back in full color, right, Pyro? So it's possible that at that point they're yours fully, and similar to like darring back a mind controlled unit that was like yours fully. It wasn't like gray or whatever, or purple, or I can't remember. Yeah, I think that it should act as the Mysterion. So that's going to be really interesting. I could see them possibly changing that and like, having Mysterion not affected by it. But I mean, this is a great slave counter. This is a great Leanne counter. Great Mysterion counter, possibly. I mean, even if I don't get the Mysterion, it's a good counter because it takes the Mysterion away. So for 4 cost, I take away his Mysterion. That's fucking worth it. If I can do that if he leads Mysterion and I can take it out of the equation with 4 energy, that's fucking awesome. So either way, regardless, it's gonna be good, but it just has the potential to be fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. I mean, imagine having 2 Mysterions out, or even potentially 3. Like, fuck. I don't want to think about it. Anyway, it is fantastically illustrated for sure. So it'll be in the Cheesy Poof store. So most people will want to save up all the Cheesy Poofs for red this time around. It'll be interesting to see what other cards are there, because if I see General Disarray, I might buy a bunch of General Disarrays, because there's going to be opportunities to just buy red at a fairly okay price, right? So I don't know if it's worth. But I mean, obviously I could just like spend a bunch of money on Cheesy Poofs, right? And I have like 20,000 cash from buying 25% off packs. So like I could have 20,000 cash worth of so it's like what, 60,000 Cheesy Poofs of 25% off basically. So it's pretty good. Dara's a superhero. What? Stealing Mysterion, not even running superhero? That's wild. Oh yeah, she's Dara's Mystic. Yeah, this star is superhero. So yeah, you'd have to, in order to run red, you'd have to have the potential to run the Mysterion. But I mean, you could get a Mysterion without having a Mysterion in your deck, which is pretty good too. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's exactly right. Like if you honestly, you could time it out with somebody, because it'd be harder to do in friendly fight, honestly. But if you time it out with somebody, match up with them, and then make the decks just right, and just try to get as many Mysterion going as you could. Maybe you have like 3 Mysterions on each side going, and you just like sit there and watch to see who wins. But yeah, that'd be tough. 300 cash for 2k poofs. Oh yeah, that'd be, then I have way more than that. I was thinking it was like 2,000 cash for 6k. Is that pretty close? Pretty close. Neutral Dar for sure. Yeah, that'd be interesting. This is kind of like Dar mind control. Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, it's like the exact same mechanic. Except it's a little bit, it is counterable, right? You could just remove her, or you could power bind her, or, you know, enforce her, or whatever. So it does. I thought it was a war cry, which I thought it was gonna be fucking brutal, because all the other reds are war cries. Like my Animal Crossing cup. Fuck yeah. But yeah, very interesting. Balance changes. So we already talked about Stand of Many Moons. Stand of Many Moons overall, I believe, is going to be more consistent. He's going to survive Lightning Bolt, so he can't be removed. So, you know, Shaman or Power Bind. And then that first damage is going to be quicker. It's not going to be as much, but like... But it's like, it's overall, they decrease the damage by 20%, and then you take half damage outside of it. So it's like taking, what, like 70% off the damage? So it's not going to kill a lot on the first thing, but it will kill pretty much everything you needed to on the second hit, which is going to be very, very easy in comparison to what it used to be to get off that second one. Because with Hanky now, you might be able to get 2 off before you even get to half court, right? So... I think that's going to be, he's going to be just fine. He's going to still deal with Swarm on the first hit, and then he'll deal with, you know, Mecha Timmy, Pope Timmy, shit like that on the second hit. And if you can't get the second hit off, Inkin will deal with it, or Aerostorm will deal with it. So this will work very well with Adventurer's Kit, and he will be a better unit because of the health. So overall, I think this increases his efficacy. It lowers his, like, overall, but, like, minimizes his negative. So like, instead of being here or here, he's going to be here like every single time. So I'm excited for that change, honestly. The Adventure Lock is going to put Stand back in, because I was getting fucking Stand of Many Moons removed and dealt with so often. I just removed that motherfucker because it was just not even worth it. Pope Timmy, I think, is also going to be kind of the same idea. His overall potential is slightly skewed now, but his average potential is very easy to get now. His unit as itself is much better now. DPS increased by 20%. He's also pretty sticky because he's got a decent health pool to begin with. So not bad. Nathan change is going to be exciting. We'll talk about that in a second. But with Pope Timmy, like, Pope Timmy's still going to be bullshit, because think about this. In the first moment of the game, you have 8 energy. You have to wait a tiny little bit to have 10 energy. You have to wait a tiny little bit more to have 11 energy, right? So if I lead with Call Girl on the top side, and she pulls Coon or Mary Jane Randy, and then I play Pope, and depending on the deck that I'm using, and depending on like how hamster, can I pull, well, I couldn't pull hamsters because it's 3 minimum, right? Can I pull Tupperware? Can I pull fucking Energy Staff? Like, what can I pull? What can't I pull? Depending on that, you could have a potential like a starting hand of, you know, Staff, Unholy Combustion, Power Bind, Pope Timmy, Call Girl. You play Pope Timmy, you could potentially pull in the Call Girl, who could potentially pull nobody in, or potentially pull in Mary Jane Randy. So you could still potentially pull that off. But what you'd want is to stand, Pope. You probably want to Pope first, so that. Well, yeah, you'd probably want to Pope first, because Pope could potentially like pull, like, General Disarray or something like that would like pull that away from Call Girl's cycle, so that you could then use Call Girl on the tank to protect Pope. So that kind of works. Logically, Pope targets Tupper since Call Girl does. That's what I was thinking too. But I think my idea was that Tupperware's card text is voided by the fact that he's still in your hand. But I'm pretty sure yeah, probably. No, but you can pull in no, you can pull in Tupperware or Call Girl. You absolutely can do that. So that's what I was thinking of. So my precedence that Pope might be able to pull in Tupperware is that Call Girl does pull in Tupperware. Because I've absolutely fucked up and pulled Tupperware before. Absolutely. So yeah, that was my contention, is that because I think Tupperware's immunity to abilities is voided when it's not active until he's out on the field. So when he's in your hand, he could potentially be pulled. If he can't be pulled, then it'll be easier to, like, you could have an easier chance of having Tupperware in your hand, playing Pope, and then not getting the Tupperware and pulling a 5-cost card instead. So, and with the potential 2-cost cards that you could do in Mystic Superhero, Chaos, Hamsters, Staff, Unholy, and Powerbind. You could also do something like Regen or something like that, something that you could play after you get the Pope Call Girl out, and then keep that push alive. Yeah, I'm interested to check this out for sure, and hopefully I'll get a bunch of streaming in this weekend and week or whenever it goes. But then Nathan also is going to be changed. Increased attack, awesome, love that shit. I mean, you saw me play Nathan the other day, and even at his current state, I was keeping him alive forever and getting hella damage from him. But I don't know what it means by AoE knockback impulse increased, and then attack knockback increased from 80 to 100. And then impulse increased from 40 to 100. I don't know what that means. I think that's... Yeah, I don't know what that means exactly. So we'll see what that means, because like if he hits Hanky and then knocks him like way the fuck away, that's potentially like bad, because like if I play Nathan on the top side and maybe we'll one-shot Hanky now, but maybe if it's something else other than Hanky and he like knocks him out of my path, then it could be potentially negative. But I don't know. We'll see. Like PC Principle. PC Principle is the perfect example. You can fuck up and push somebody into a better advantageous position. Nathan could do the same thing. So we'll see how that works. And you don't want like Nathan to walk forward. Like the whole idea of Nathan is to be the fucking mortar round in the back. You don't want him to walk forward. So if he's attacking somebody, knocking him back, and then walking forward to attack that same person again, that's trouble. But if he knocks somebody back and then loses his aggro and then retargets somebody else, that's fucking legendary. I like that. Nathan and Commander, that could be good. That could be very good. Keeps him out of range. You can put Nathan in the corner, Garrison behind New Kid on the bottom, and they're in no threat to anything. I like that. In my Nathan, Kevin, Freeze, Marvin combo. Nice, man. Yeah, Starvin Marvin's got to be on the list to update. They got to do something to that motherfucker. And it's a good, it's a good... Wait, where's the Mimsy? Where's the Mimsy change? Did they forget the Mimsy change? Anyway, somewhere in here, Mimsy got changed. Mimsy's going to be faster. Unless they pulled that out. What's up, Jounzer? Did they pull that out? I don't know. But yeah, there's no Mimsy. So Mimsy's going to be faster. So we have a... Like, it's pretty likely that Starvin' Marvin's going to be either probably given a speed boost, at least given a speed boost, and then potentially more. I mean, if he got AoE damage so that you couldn't just play a card right next to the new kid, I think that'd be kind of cool. I think it was 0.18 to 0.25 speed. Yeah, it was like 30% increase or something like that. It was fairly decent amount. Fairly decent. Yeah. But yeah, so that's happening too. Frontier Bradley's getting a slight nerf. Well, I wouldn't say nerf necessarily. He's getting a... Well, the attack buff is getting nerfed, so that's definitely a nerf. So instead of 10 to 8, so about 20% increase, decrease. That's not going to really affect that much because it's typically the base unit's attack that's doing the work anyway. So the extra boost was just gravy anyway, so that's not a big deal that they lowered that. But now he's going to be more like, you know, like an Ice Sniper Wendy Inuit sort of card, or Incan sort of card, where he's got much less health but more attack. So a little bit more of a glass cannon, which is good for a card like that. You know, those cards shouldn't be able to survive New Kid. Frontier surviving New Kid was fucking brutal, especially when you could have like Cockhouse pumping out defense for him the whole time. Very brutal, especially lower levels. So that's a good change overall. Ice Sniper Wendy, I agree with this change. She's still gonna be good. She still hits like a brick shithouse, but it's just gonna be a bit slower. Not a big deal, right? President Garrison's just got the AoE change, so no big deal. And then Manbear Pig's gonna be changing his aggro range, and I've definitely seen this happen where my Manbear Pig just like fucks off and starts doing something, or yeah, he'll like knock somebody back, and then that unit will get out of their aggro range, so they'll start walking to New Kid, and then my Manbear Pig will turn around and start chasing him while he's getting beat the shit out of by the other people behind him. So yeah, that definitely will be a better fix for him. But they got to do something for Manbear Pig to make him more useful. What I'm thinking is, what about like an Enrage, but instead of being at 75% or 50%, it's at like 20% or like 10%. So it's like just at the end. And so right when he's about to die, he does like, maybe he does like a big AoE damage, like growl, like swipes everything. And then, so maybe like sort of like a swordsman garrison attack, and then gets a slight attack boost. And then I'd say speed boost, but speed boost is so fucking busted that would be stupid. So maybe just an attack boost on him, so that maybe you only get one attack off with it. Maybe you only hit one person with the thing, but like at least something to make him worth playing the fucking card. Because then even if I play Manbear Pig and they unholy combust me, it doesn't completely kill me depending on the level. And so I'd be able to get that little enrage damage off. If I get transmogged, I get transmogged, right? So, what's up, Akuma? Classy type of change? Yeah, it's similar to Classy, except the opposite spectrum, where the enrage is like towards the bottom. Because even at 10%, he still has hundreds of health, right? So it's like he might have more health than Classy at 20% health than she does at 75% health. So it's probably similar. But yeah, or like something like a stun on hit, maybe like when he knocks him back, maybe like it stuns people around him, or maybe like while he walks, it damages people, or like stuns people, or something like similar to the trample that the cows have, right? Give him the trample that the cows have at all times. So if he's walking to acquire a target, he's knocking bitches out of the way. That could be interesting. After the update, I've noticed my cows are way slower than before. Have they been nerfed too? Is it intentional or is it a bug? I don't... That's probably just lies. Poor Manbear Pig gets insta-killed, can't be revived, and now some bastard's gonna steal yours. Yeah, that's definitely shitty. There's no easy and fair options. What about making Callgirl like Henrietta just can't be revived? Well, I mean, just honestly, they wanted that to be an option. Like, they wanted Callgirl Pope to be an option, and it is technically still an option, although it will take fucking finesse to pull off now. Bindiana says, the devs like to troll nerf Pope, then make him the next event. Well, he's not going to be a nerf though. Like, I don't think this isn't the Pope change is not a nerf to Pope. It is a nerf to Man Bear Pig, Grand Wizard Cartman, Medusa to an extent, Psalm sort of. Any card that you would bring back with, and then like the Randy's and Slave kind of actually. Any card that you would bring back with Pope, that card got nerfed. Pope did not get nerfed because Pope will guaranteed pretty much bring you 3 to 4 energy out and is a pretty damn good range unit. So any situation where you would play Nathan, any other Timmy, any Medusa, any situation you would play, any situation you would play Medusa, unless it's specifically for Medusa's Death Wish, obviously, or Death Wish cancel. Any situation you'd play Medusa, just play fucking Pope, and you get a card for free. It doesn't matter what fucking card it is. It absolutely does not fucking matter, unless it's a card with the specific war cry that you want to save for something like DSR or something like that. Absolutely, without a doubt, it does not matter what fucking card you bring. You just got a damn good 5-cost range card that's pretty goddamn hard to kill, slow as fuck, and hits like a truck now. And you get another card. Like, that's gonna be great. And you could easily get that out 3 times per game, which means you could easily get 12 to 15 energy per game. Then you could Dar the Pope, and then Pope brings in Medusa, or Pope brings in Ninju, and then you have Ninju, Dar, and Pope. Like, yeah, still gonna be good. Can I ask the question, with another legendary being added, further diluting the pool, is anything being looked at regarding rewards? Seems to me becoming harder and harder. Well, yeah, the idea is that you got to pay to catch up, right? But honestly, somebody looked into the game code and they saw member berries names, right? So I'm thinking, they're thinking, oh, it's going to be a member berry swarm card. And I'm thinking, no. What if member berries was a new shop, the member berry shop, and it was only like year 1 cards or something like that, like only older cards that have been released for X amount of time, and then after they get certain amount of oldness, they go into the member berry shop, and then those cards you can get at a discount for like PvP tickets or coins or whatever the fuck, maybe everything. Like maybe you could use PvP tickets or coins or something else, I don't know, or excess cards or something. Like you could use it to like, so if I wanted to get Belf, if I want to get Belf right now, I cannot fucking buy Belf or catch up with Belf. Like there's no fucking possible way. But if in those stores, maybe you could get like 200 Belfs if you had enough cash or whatever. That would be fucking sick. That would be sick. Or maybe the member berries could do like the wild card type of thing. Like I could take 15 of my excess common cards and turn them into 1 wild card common card, and then I could use that common card to upgrade any common card. That's what I would do. And then if I really wanted to make this game last forever, I would introduce equipment cards. I would introduce new kid badges where as you level up the badges, you get little benefits, like slight benefits, like 1% extra HP or 2% extra splash damage, or range cards do 0.5% extra damage, or just something minute that could only maybe help you in absolute like mirror matches or something like that. But just something to give people a reason to grind and, you know, earn some sort of currency, or, you know, maybe you just use fantasy mats or whatever like that. You know, get people a reason to fucking grind stuff. Because I have 400,000 coins on my main account, and I play 5 fucking accounts. Imagine how much fucking shit I'd have if instead of playing these 5 accounts, I hit locker limit every stream for a 4-hour stream. Imagine what my fucking world would look like. I'd have fucking everything max 7. Tyler, Butter's parents are all I want. Yeah, Butter's dad would be a fun card to ground people. I would like Butter's dad. It just stops. It just like, it like roots them to the ground, just like his card does, just like he does in whatever the fucking game it was, Fractured Butthole. Yeah, but it hits everybody. But it's like maybe you could put him in superheroes, and he could be like kind of like the male version of, well, I guess still the male version, like a different version of Poison Ivy or something like that, or another villain that's like plant-based, or maybe he could be Bane or something like that. I don't know, but he could like roots come from the ground and stop people for like 10 seconds or something like that, or 5 seconds or whatever it would be. The grounded, when I played Fractured But Whole on the Mastermind difficulty, or whatever the highest one was, that grounded mission was one of the only fights I had trouble with. The only fights I had trouble with were the grounded one. It was so fucking brutal to deal with that grounding. The fight with Jared, because he would just like kill my guys with one shot with that when he fucked you with the sandwich. And then the Morgan Freeman fight was really fucking tough. But everything else was pretty easy. Even the big monster was actually fairly easy. But yeah, otherwise it wasn't too difficult. As long as like pretty much every fight you built your team to beat that fight, it was pretty easy. As long as you understood like what would counter what. I'm interested to see what they do on a different game though. I heard that the new game would be more like the first game. So maybe more like Paper Mario-esque, which is fine. I like that. I'm playing this game called like Bug Hero Quest or something like that. It's on Amazon Luna, and that's like it's like a Paper Mario. It's kind of fun, but your little bugs. Rip Sam. I think Sam would be better, honestly. The new card looks exciting. Thanks again for fixing Pope. Ignore all the salty. I don't think they fixed it though. Like he's still gonna be good. It'll be intriguing to see this card in action. It's the closest thing to a hard kill superhero we'll have for sure. Need to see the body stats, especially the ability range. The ability range is like immediately next to him, but this doesn't seem OP on paper yet. It's very OP because of the charge effect. What do you mean? The destroy aspect isn't really all that impactful since it's the third health aside from the small number of health pool tanks. Yeah, so for sure it's not like taking a lot of health from him, but it'll be interesting. Like if I DSR somebody and then DSR gets killed and they have half health, is that technically a third health? You know what I mean? The real trick will be the mimic ability and how well you can trade up. Killing an opponent Pope will be, yeah, exactly. I don't think you could take Henrietta. Right? Well, I mean, even if you take Henrietta, like what the fuck's your own Henrietta gonna do if you don't have goth kids as well? That's stupid. Noticed that in the new red vid, Cow's way slower than before. I didn't notice. They already did look into it. That's why they're adding more cards, especially legendaries in the first place. It gives people who have already whaled out on existing ones more cards to spend their money on. That's such a negative way to look at it. Makes it harder to be free to play and gets any particular card to usable level. I mean, not really. Pope changes were a big bummer and not what the community wanted. I disagree. I don't think Pope's ability should ever have existed ever. No way to bring back big tanks. I think instead of fixing and relying and trying to make this stupid fucking broke retarded ass ability, instead fix the fact that they can just remove the fucking tanks with one fucking spell. I will never get off my fucking soapbox about the fact that there shouldn't exist in this fucking game spell cards or to an extent any card that can just remove a card just like for nothing. You know what I mean? Just like remove it and just like remove it. What if you have two goth kids and steal Henrietta and have two Henrietta? I mean, that would be awesome, but I don't. God, I mean, yeah. What if like you get two revives then? That'd be nuts. You steal the enemy Henrietta, you put your Furkle out, Furkle dies. Now you got two Furkles, Furkle dies again. Then you got two Furkles, the other Furkle dies. Then you get two Furkles, then the other Furkle dies, then you get another Furkle. Whoa. Fucking Furkleception, dude. That would be, I don't know if that would work. I don't know what would happen. I think it would be the closest Henrietta. I think it would be the closest Henrietta they would spawn to. Like the closest to where they died. They'd spawn to that Henrietta. But yeah, that we gotta try that shit. That's hilarious. Furkle on Furkle. And I'm wondering if maybe it won't work if you have, like, you know how when you play Pope and you're gonna bring Slave back, but I played Slave, and because I played Slave, it won't let you bring Slave back for some fucking weird reason? What if when you try to, like, bring back Henrietta or change into Henrietta, when you already have Henrietta out, Red just says fuck you and, like, turns into a chicken or something? I don't know. I'm just waiting for her to turn into a chicken, though. I think that'll be I'm gonna try to do that on purpose, because I think that'll be the funniest shit ever, to watch the animation of her turn into a chicken. Oh shit, love it, love it. Anyway, now we get a superhero who will keep people from playing expensive cards as well. Yeah, I mean, you definitely got that right on the head. I cannot imagine anyone playing Manbear Pig or Grand Wizard Cartman in a deck unless it's for a card point in an event. Like, I just cannot think about that. But then would that work for any card if you already have that card Red can't turn into it? Right, that's kind of the thought. I don't know. I would hope not. I would hope they'd have that at least figured out, but why Red, Jimmy, Butters, Garrison all without legends? I mean, who cares? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Wouldn't you rather the staples of the game be, like, more obtainable so that the people who want to play the game just because of fucking Stan, Kyle, Cartman and shit, they can get those cards and have fun? Think about the people. When exactly a change is happening? I don't know. No idea. One can notice devs are biased towards background characters. No, it really just doesn't matter. Just went against Manbear Pig, Pope Manbear Pig. Thought the change started today. Nope. What? They've nerfed cows already? Pope fix should have been revived last dead card without Warcry. I mean, that's not terrible. But then at the same time, like, one of the quintessential Pope uses was Inkin or Ninju or, you know, stuff that did have a Warcry. So, like, you really want to limit, like, the game's already so fucking pigeonholed into a few cards that work, and you want to limit one of the card's efficacies to only be able to pretty much pull back the 2 high-cost tanks or, like, some Randy cards. Like, that doesn't seem like the best idea. I don't think Pope Inkin's an issue. Like, Inkin doesn't have a lot of health. If you have Inkin in front of Pope, that could be just an easier killed Pope, right? But versus the alternative. Weekend event featuring the new and improved Pope Timmy. Yeah. After the event, he'll be used by exactly no one. That is absolutely... I gotta reply to this guy right now. Dude. You are so wrong. Wrong in this. Pope Timmy will be just like Call Girl now, and just as abusive. I was like, I bet you see even more popes. Not even fucking lying. All right, what one were we on? Were we on 4? No, 3. It's really not hard to prevent him from pulling in like 3-cost cards, even if she pulls in 4-cost cards. If you think about the 4-cost cards in Mystic, if I can play Pope and bring Witch Doctor Token in, Witch Doctor Token is all of a sudden not a terrible fucking card. He's basically a 3-cost unit. No, he's probably like a 2-cost unit at that point. I'd say easily Pope is easily Pope's a 4-cost unit. So that's potentially a 1-cost fucking Witch Doctor at that point, which is damn fucking good. And then what, they have to power bind him? Like, that's so much value towards you. So much value. That's gonna still be very good. But yeah, you could Pope in really easily. Mintberry Crunch, you could Pope in really easily. Even if you Poped in Stan the Great, that wouldn't be bad. Pope in Call Girl, fucking love that play. If I lead with Pope with Pope in the corner and it brings in Shield Maiden, like I'm 5 energy down, so you have to play a card, and if you don't and like wait for me to get under your side, you're gonna be down energy, and I already have like a full push. I have a one of the best fighters in the game and a range card that's gonna stay so far behind her that she won't get hit by Satan or Inkin or chaos or anything like that. Like fucking brutal. And then you play Kyle the Drow Elves behind him, play Hanky on the bottom side. I just like brutal. Yeah, Pope Kyle the Drow. You could pope so many units now that are just gonna be brutal. Or think about superhero. Like you could run a deck with like with superhero Mystic, where like literally the only cards in your deck that Pope could bring would be like Pope could bring in, I'd say you'd play Witch Doctor token, Call Girl, Coon, and Mary Jane Randy. And then you play Tupperware if he's immune. If Tupperware is not immune, he's not involved in this. But then you play Unholy, Powerbind, Purify. Honestly, probably play fucking the new Dar, or the new red, not the new Dar, the new red probably in there. Cards that like if you bring her in, it's not a big deal, right? But like Midberry Crunch. So you'd have like 5 total units, so that anytime you play Pope or Call Girl, you're getting fucking value. And then you just can cycle through hamsters, play staff, play chaos, or not chaos. Choir Boy would be the other 2 cost you'd run. And then you could put Diabetes in there for another 2 costs you can't pull. So it'll be very easy to put a deck together where every fucking time you play Pope and every time you play Call Girl, you're at least getting 4 energy. That's going to be tough. And on Call Girl, you're most likely going to be getting 5 energy. So you put Mysterion in there as well, and then that lowers your cycle by 1 more card. Dude, that's going to be fucking brutal. That's going to be fucking brutal. Unless you're fantasy running Cock Magic, you're not stopping that. I'll run that and I'll show you fucking guys that. Pope Zen. Yeah, Pope Zen even has value. Like, no lie. If you accidentally pull in Zen, it's not gonna hurt that much, you know? Weekend event featuring the... Oh, I lied. Where's the balance change? They're not live for me. Yeah, we know that already. I want to see how much terrible Manberry Pig. Yeah, Manberry Pig would be very bad. It's not the cheapest card in your hand. It's only the 3rd. It's pretty good. Don't use gnomes or rats in a Pope deck. Well, gnomes would be fine, you big fat dumb. Do people just not even read? Read the text, 3 cost units. So yeah, rats, no to gnomes. By manual update the game and Pope still 6. Yeah, they haven't updated yet. What the fuck is he talking about? They had no choice. His synergy with Call Girl means they had to rework the card into the dirt. No, I think Pope's really good. Looks like quite a few players experiencing delays. Yeah, it's not coming out. I think their server fucked up the distribution. False Heal will be used even more. Yes! Fucking this guy knows. Yeah, dude, Dar Pope is going to be brutal. Oh, Dar Pope is going to be sick. Changeling red Dar Pope. No, are you fucking retarded? Dar and red are... Well, wait a second. Wait a second. What if I Changeling red into enemy Pope, Pope in another unit, Pope gets hit by Inkin, I Dar Pope, does it can I play a red card? Like once my red transforms into another unit, can I play Dragon Slayer red? Can I play Dar? What do you think? So could I turn into an enemy Sizzles, and then when Sizzle's about to die, Dar that Sizzles and get another Sizzles back? That could be fun. That'd be sick, like a ninja or something like that. Technically, she won't be red anyway. That's what I'm thinking. Interesting. But you also have to think technically she will be the other unit though. So like if you turn into a Timmy before you have a Timmy out, you can then not play your Timmy. So you'd have to make sure you play your unit of that type before you do it if you wanted to have that unit out. So that's just one little nuance. Yeah, this code could be real janky. Doubt it. He pulls the lowest 3-cost random card from your hand. Will the stars align sometimes? Of course. Just make your deck differently. Just build your deck differently. Why am I responding to these fucking dummies?
You have reached the voicemail box of...
Oh, I hate this song. It's like a voicemail. Like, what are you doing? Alright, here we go. Oh, no, I was on 4. Thought it was the cheapest. Didn't read it. The only thing that bothers me is she morphs into the level of the character she takes over. D-Star is really annoying because you could get her full ability at level 1. Yeah, but you do have... I mean, she does have to be alive for a while. She is a fighter with a small, tiny little range. You have to get close to her. So you can't just put her into a battle. If there's any range cards in that fight, she's dead. She's gonna die before she gets her ability off. So I get that, but at the same time, like, she's got 300 health or whatever it is at level 1. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's not gonna be super effective at level 1. Special thanks goes to the devs for debuting Zergling Red in a Cheesy Poofs event. That means I'm gonna snatch 3 copies right off. Oh, debuting. Why did I not know that was debut? What is Zergling Red? That was just an example, maybe not believable, but just a hypothesis. What the fuck is she talking about? The simplest thing to do was make Call Girl unrevivable, but maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. No, but I mean, Pope's only issue wasn't that it could bring back Call Girl. Pope's issue was that it brought back a unit that you already fucking dealt with. Like, if you change Pope's ability to pulls the highest cost card, and she could still maybe like pull in Manbear Pig every single time, that is so much fucking easier to deal with. If you play Pope and you pull Manbear Pig just whenever you want, you could do that. I wouldn't give a fuck. That wouldn't bother me whatsoever. My 1 or 2 removal cards would be there and ready for your big fat sack of shit card. But if you can then use that motherfucker again after I already used that, that was the fucking problem. If I have 1 or 2 cards that can deal with Medusa and you just bring that bitch back, that's the fucking problem. Not the fact that she could... I mean, Call Girl was also another problem, but the biggest problem was that you had to deal with the card twice. But right now, if you could have Pope bring in Call Girl, that alone will not be that big of a deal. But the fact that I had to deal with Call Girl plus Coon plus Call Girl plus 6 element or plus Randy, that's the fucking problem. It's not a big deal dealing with Pope, Call Girl, and another unit. Not a big deal. Not hard. Dealing with that fucking twice, little bit more difficult. Little bit more difficult. Ugh. Yeah, Zergling's from StarCraft. Exactly. That means to swarm. How is this bitch swarm? She's more like something from Aliens, honestly. Gonna miss sniping Pope though. I agree, but now you'll have to really be fucking good. Because if you can still snipe Pope. If you see Mystic, you know Pope's gonna come at one point. So hover that Unholy Combustion the whole fucking game. Because I'm still removing that bitch. Because it's not me removing 5 energy, it's me removing 9 energy. I think the best fix would be to have Call Girl summon another Call Girl like Visitors, but horrible. But yeah, I mean the Pope, it'll be harder to sniper, but it'll still happen because you'll still be expecting it. So like if you just play a card behind New Kid, you might just see some shit get sniped. So you might have to like play Heidi and shit behind that. All you gotta do for the new Pope is make sure your cheapest card coming back is a level 4 or 5 legend. Yeah, exactly. If I bring in level 5 Shield Maiden, it's still gonna be pretty fucking good. Still gonna be pretty fucking good. I think you misunderstand. Play Pope. Pope summons a card. Then intentionally play Dar on Half-Dead Pope. Resummon Pope. Summons a brand new card. Yeah, everybody knows that. The trouble is that Dar could all too easily be that card that Pope initially summons. I mean... no. Not if you have a 3-cost card. You know what I mean? Then it'll be the 3-cost card. I mean, that's true. You could fuck up. But, like, you could fuck up Call Girl right now, too. Like Pope, if you fuck up and then call Dar isn't gonna kill Pope anymore. You know, like Dar isn't gonna kill a random unit. The unit would have to be half health, so it's not as impactful. You still get a decent range card for free. You lose Dar's ability, but it's not a huge deal. After the Pope update, yeah, it's not updated. Sure, it's a risk of not reaching the maximum potential, but you're losing any energy in the play. Cost equals 2 body and a combined body yield of 5 to 6 in range damage. So it's a wash and probably a net energy yield of 1. Well, I mean, it's a net energy yield positive. No matter what card you pull, it's 3 energy positive. No matter what you do. Even if you don't get the value of the... If I play Dar and I don't get the 4 energy from the value, it's still a 4 cost range card. You know what I mean? There's no downside to this play. Yeah, Echo's completely right there. There's really no downside to it. Unless you pull a specific card that has a specific war cry that you need to use in a specific situation, like Chaos or something like that. But then you probably just wouldn't play that card in a Pope deck, you know? It's not a big deal. Yeah, I agree that the change to Pope amount to be a probable buff for Mystic. It's a buff for it's a buff. It doesn't have to be Mystic though. That's the thing. Pope can pull any theme. So she's better than well, maybe not better than Call Girl, because Call Girl it's easier to pull the right card, right? If Pope was just Mystic, it'd be better because like you could guarantee that you're gonna like Pope back Ninja or something like that. Oh, I didn't pay attention to the fact they lowered his cost. Yeah, that could be an issue. Seems like a complicated approach to fix what I thought the player base was complaining about Pope Call Girl. Yeah. Yep, first thing that came to mind. Pope is dead. Nope. You're stupid. Pope was always a problem. It was not a Call Girl problem. When they released an 8, 9, 10 cost card, it had become apparent. That's exactly my fucking point. This guy watches the stream, bro. Because exactly, it like completely prevents you from even making a 10 cost card. Manbear Pig's reduced appeal is a problem with Manbear Pig. Should be, yeah, I agree. Yeah, fucking 1000%. Like, you shouldn't be like, oh, Manbear Pig sucks now because Pope sucks. He's like, no, make Manbear Pig better. Make Manbear Pig worth his energy. All they had to do was make it that Pope didn't resurrect legendaries. That's fucking stupid. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Could we please get clarification on whether or not the feature card in the current battle pass has been nerfed already? I don't know. Cows are probably bugged. Oh, I'm able to confirm that cows are bugged. That was not intentional. They shouldn't be slower, but the team has a fix and works. Okay. It was kind of like when Dougie got slowed that one time, remember? Many thanks for the quick response. Is there any word when balance changes will go live? Sometime soon. I don't know. Latest is that the team is looking into the source of the delay, but there won't be any updates until tomorrow. Keeping finger crossed. Blah, 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 blah. New card looks exciting. Thanks again for fixing Pope. Yes, thank you. Now they actually have to use some strategy. Yeah, you have to make a good deck. Like now, like this is a deck thing. Like you don't just, oh, put Manbear Pig and Pope in literally any fucking deck and have a good combo. Like you got to put some thought into the 12 fucking cards you have to put. It's not like Magic the Gathering 50 card deck that you have to be some genius to put together. It's 12 fucking cards. Not that hard. This is stupid. They still need to give Pope value at 6. Make the revive card not Warcry. I just like hate that idea. I hate that idea. I hate it. I like that idea for Dar. I like that idea for Dar. Instead of Dar killing the unit and reviving it and redoing the war cry. Well, this is instead of like you wouldn't have the half health thing with this change. Instead of that, you heal it, you teleport it to where you are and you heal it, and then. But I guess since it's a Dark Angel red, it has to kill him and revive him, I guess. But if it was just like a fairy princess red, it could just teleport them back to her and fully heal them, and then they won't do their animation again or their war cry again, but you get that unit back. So like you wouldn't Dar Sizzler probably anymore. Well, maybe you would, because like Sizzler could already be stacked. It'd be good to heal him, but you probably wouldn't do like you wouldn't do Inkin anymore. You wouldn't do anything that's mostly from its war cry. So that's what I would have done with it, but I don't like that idea for Pope to take away the war cries for the Pope, especially when it was 6 costs. Like I didn't like that. Like the whole idea with that was like you could bring back another war cry. Magic the Gathering, you don't have to be a genius. I'm top 100. Top 100 and 101 people play. While still making Pope valuable, and then Manbear Pig Pope still doable. I think we should focus on making Manbear Pig better rather than making sure that he's still viable with Pope. Because if you think about it, that's not a viable play. Because everybody and their dog is going to see it coming and snipe the shit out of it, right? So like, how often are you actually going to get, like, against a good player, you're just not going to win. You're going to lose to anybody who's worth a damn if you run in Pope. Or you just happen to run into somebody who doesn't have any sort of removal for your cards. And that's just like, you know, luck of the draw. That's going to be true right now still. You could right now, after these changes, play Manbear Pig into an adventure sci-fi deck and still run shit because they're not going to be able to deal with them. That's still possible. But... And I mean, Superhero 2 for a while, probably. We won't see... I don't think we'll see Changeling Red for a while. People will try her at lower level, and they might have some success, but I feel like they're going to see that at a lower level, when you can just Lightning Bolt her, Fireball her, Ink and Blast her, whatever, she's not going to be effective. She's not going to be effective. What deck did you think takes the biggest hit with the new update? Well, for sure, any Manbear Pig Pope decks, or potentially like Grand Wizard Cartman slave decks, that kind of thing, where you're hoping to Pope back one of them. That for sure. And then, I mean, if you happen to be running a Frontier deck, it hurts Frontier decks a little bit, I think. I think it makes Frontier a better card by himself with just like a couple units that he's boosting. But it makes like a deck specifically built for the Bradley, like something with Cox. I don't think Cox are going to be as effective with Bradley now, because the biggest part about the Cox with Bradley was Bradley survived the New Kid Blast. And so then the Cox were able to continue having the boost because he gets knocked back. She's supposed to be the next Cheesy Poof, right? Level 5, day 1. I mean, I guess, but that's expensive. Like, that's expensive. You could. I mean, it's not that much money either. Well, so how much is it for one 16,000, right? So 16,000 times, what do you need? You need 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16, right? Yeah. So 48... 480,000 poofs, does that seem right? Divided by 2,000 poofs equals 240 times the 300 cash you said. You'd need 72,000 cash, which you get 6,000 at a time for $50. So $600, does that seem right? At a 20% increase, if you got all, or a 25% increase. Right? It's technically $450 if you got all 72,000 cash in, but that's to get to level 4. Like, I think at level 3 she'd be effective compared to buying packs with a random chance. Well, considering the first packs are like $40, so it'd be 600 divided by 40. Even if you nailed every one, you're only gonna get 15 of them. You can't buy 15 of them. Even if they're $20, you only get 30 of them. Probably only gonna net 15 of them. 15's enough to get level 3. That's still $600 worth though, so it's not guaranteed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 1 plus 50%. Right, that's not a terrible deck. But you can only get 5 of them, I think, right? So yeah, I mean, overall, like, eventually getting them with those packs might be cheaper. But if you want it soon, the only real option is through... I mean, there's going to be some fucking losers that do that. Like, don't get me wrong. Absolutely, there'll be some losers who do that. And I mean, dumping that much cash into a game that's 3 years old is just 4 years old is just, that's baffling to me. That's baffling to me. But yeah, $600, or if I did the math wrong, it might be $300. Even that, it's for one card to get that level. And the thing about that is, that's just those cards. Like, that's $600 to $300 for literally just those cards. So for me, probably not a big deal because I have the mats and the coins and shit. I have it all, like everything. But for somebody else, you'd probably want the 16 epics that come with the other packs too, or the 100 fucking rares that come with it, or 30 rares, or 100 commons that come with it. Like, you'd probably want those too, along with the legend cards, and not just $600 for one fucking legend card that, oh, whoops, I don't have enough mats to upgrade it. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But hopefully it's up by tomorrow, and we'll see. But I mean, if you seriously look at Pope and you don't think that it's going to be just like an overall all-around better card, like, you really don't understand the game at all. But definitely it's a nerf to Man Bear Pig, Grand Wizard Cartman, for sure, those two. And then I'd say also Slave, probably. It's kind of a hit on Slave, because Slave was damn good when you could Pope her back. But you can still Dar Slave back, and that's still a really good play, so I don't hate that. Get a life. Get a life. All right, guys, so we're going to take off. I appreciate you guys sticking around for this abridged update. It wasn't really necessarily shorter because there's a lot to talk about, but we didn't do everything. Because imagine if we would have done everything else, we'd be like a 2.5 hour stream. You can get 4 copies playing 45 lockers a day. Yeah. If you put all the cheesy poofs into just, it'll honestly depend on, for me, it'll depend on what other cards are there. If General Disarray is an option, I might prefer to get my General Disarray to level 6. If Mary Jane Randy is the epic, maybe I'd want to get Mary Jane Randy to 5. I don't think there's any common I would care about in superheroes. Yeah, I don't think there's any common I would care about. Maybe Diabetes Boy. I don't know, but probably not. But anyway, we're gonna take off, and we're gonna end the stream. We're not gonna open our packs or anything. My girlfriend's already home, so I'm gonna hang out with her. But we will be streaming Saturday at some point, Sunday for sure, possibly a pop-up on Friday, maybe some Control, maybe some more It Takes Two with my buddy Jeff. We played that the other day. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to return all your buckets because I didn't have the meme thing on, so don't worry about losing those. And we will see you guys later. Thanks for stopping by. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I will see you later. Peace out.